When you're heading into work in the morning, what are you thinking about? Are you having your morning coffee to try and get yourself up for the day? Flipping through the radio stations to find some morning radio that you don't hate? Hoping that you don't get stuck in traffic? You have to ask yourself, what sort of attitude and approach are you bringing into work that day? What kind of principles and values are you bringing into campus each morning? We started this project because we were focused on how we could build a strong identity within JU Athletics. Core values are a way of establishing a set of principles that we can use to help bring our organization together. Whether it's our staff, our coaches, our student athletes, these values should drive our day-to-day decision making. The idea behind Put Others First is exactly that. As you go through your day, challenge yourself to stop thinking about yourself first and instead continue to push yourself to think about what others need. For us, it starts and stops with our student athletes. That is who we are here to serve, our students. We need to prioritize their needs and the needs of the JU community.
And I really believe, it's been an important part of my wife's and my life our whole lives, which is we have been blessed and we are grateful and we worked hard to get to, quote, where we are. Now, what can we do to help others? And if you keep that front and center, there are opportunities dozens of times every single day that you can make a choice between I'm gonna do this for me because it's easier, it's faster, it's convenient, or I'm tired, versus that person over there, or that email, what if I respond to it? I'm gonna write a note to somebody, which I write by the hundreds, to people who haven't written me. These aren't things that normally you're recognized for.
A lot of times we settle. We might not even realize it, but we do. We do what we think has been asked of us, and we're okay with okay results. So while exceed expectations might be something that seems like an obvious value, I think we'd be surprised how many times we don't go above and beyond with what we're doing. It's understandably hard sometimes. We're all working hard, pushed in different directions, and handling a lot of different responsibilities. But in order for us to achieve excellence, we need to approach our work with passion.
The definition of exceeding the max. You look at a student, a university like Jacksonville University during that time, during that era and time, you have only 2,000 students and really just the program, and you're competing against institution with 35,000 and above numbers. Nobody expected, except within our group of individuals.
Fostering growth is something that we do very well at JU and within this department, and this needs to be something we continue to make intentional. The environment here should be a positive and diverse one that helps people grow professionally and personally. The aim is to be a student for life, and for our athletics department to be a perfect place to grow through your experiences.
These things, but my whole philosophy really is life isn't about me, life is about others. And you will find when you move into that whole vast place that everybody could be doing and should be doing, you find out, oh, it's exciting, I'm happy, I'm doing something for somebody else. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm always thinking of what we can do to make the world better. This is what I say. For example, Tim Cost, who's our president at JU,
love him,
was one of my students. And I have a picture on the wall of my handing him his diploma. And what was I saying to him? Somebody said, well, this is what you say to every graduate. But I said to him, go out into the world and make the world a better place in which to live.
At a place like JU, we are all well versed in stretching our resources and making the most of what we have. What Be Original is speaking to is the principle to help us push as far as we can. It's one thing to try all the conventional means of getting something done, and we need to do that, right? But we also need to succeed through unconventional means as well. If what we're trying isn't working, be creative and find the new way to accomplish that goal.
When I first heard Be Original as a core value, I think it's something that certainly I have embraced in my career, in that not to be afraid to take a chance. Failure is not really a big deal, and people need to understand that. And so sometimes you have to try to be original, try to be a little different. Not just to be different, but to try something that's unique. And we started the Marine Science program here in 1978, sort of because there was a need, hadn't tried it, it worked out well. When O-Search presented itself, it was an opportunity that, again, be original, take a chance, do something different. When we built the Marine Science Research Institute, again, we had a chance to do something unique out on the river. And I think all of those sort of play into this idea that being original, which may mean you take chances on things, not that you're afraid it's going to fail, but you're going to be pretty confident you'll succeed and then move forward with it.
When you're an athlete, it's easy to understand that you need to do what is in the best interest of the team. That is what a part of the whole speaks to. Our student athletes need to think about what is good for the team. Our programs need to think about what is good for the department. And our department needs to understand what is good for the institution, what really is for the betterment of Jacksonville University.
Core values really help define the culture of the institution, and coming together as a whole defines the culture of the institution. We take great pride in forming that family feel where everyone feels like they play an important role in the success of our students. And that's a great feeling at the end of the day, to know that you've played a role in the success of someone who will graduate and go on to greater things.
Core Values provides a frame of context that will give us the guidelines for making tough decisions. They prepare us for the daily challenges we will face when we come into work each day. Our hope is that the core values will help us all on an individual basis and collectively help us build our JU Athletics identity.